Hey there. Hope all is well. Back at you today with some more RTD news updates. And today's article deals with the current crisis unfolding in Venezuela with their currency. As always, if you're new to RTD, click the subscribe button below for more RTD news updates as well as monetary interviews. Let's dive further into these articles. So today I have four articles, and we're going to thumb through them briefly just to give you an idea of what's going on. But basically, within the last couple of hours or so, it's been announced that this week coming up by Wednesday, they will begin removing the 100 Bolivar note from circulation, which is only worth about 2 cents according to street value. So the first article here is inflation hit Venezuela is pulling its largest bill from circulation from Fortune. The next article here is from BBC. It says Venezuela pulls highest value banknote to strike against mafia. So it kind of gives you an alibi as to why they're doing that, or a reason why, rather. And then the next one here is from Fortune as well, and it has to do with the fact that things are so bad there that it looks like women are selling their hair, I guess, in order to make ends meet or whatnot. And then the last article here has to do with the official announcement that Maduro made last week in reference to the whole crisis and the idea of him implementing 6 notes or so starting this week. So um, interesting times in Venezuela as they are, struck by something that is, I'm sure, very uncomfortable and painful, especially if you're holding 100 Bolivar notes, which is not really worth much already, but then to have it stripped away from you within such short notice, definitely not, something that's fun. So let's dive into this first article. So here we have the article from Fortune, actually released by Reuters as of 12:44 early this morning. And so basically it's fresh off the press and it gives a little detail. So I'll basically read through and give you an idea. But all the links to these articles are below if you are interested in checking out more information. But basically it says Venezuela, mired in an economic crisis and facing the world's highest inflation, will pull its largest bill worth 2 cents on the black market from circulation this week ahead of introducing new higher value notes, Maduro said. The surprise move, announced by Maduro during an hour-long speech, is likely to worsen a cash crunch in Venezuela. Maduro said the 100 Bolivar bill will be taken out of circulation on Wednesday, and Venezuelans will have 10 days after that to exchange their notes at the central bank. Critics slammed the move, which Maduro said was needed to combat contraband of the bills at the volatile Colombia-Venezuela border. So here it says that, they're justifying the reason they're doing this because of contraband on the border as economically nonsensical, adding that there will be no way to swap all the 100 Bolivar bills in circulation in the time the president has allotted. Central bank data shows that in November, there were more than 6 billion 100 Bolivar bills in circulation, 48% of all bills and coins. Authorities on Thursday are due to start releasing 6 new notes rather, and 3 new coins, the largest of which will be worth 20,000 bolivars, less than $5 on the streets. So they're taking away a 100 bolivar note, which is worth 2 cents, and adding a 20,000 bolivar note worth $5. No official inflation data has been available for 2016, through many economists see it in triple digits. Economic consultancy estimates annual inflation this year at more than 500%. So it goes on to give a little bit more details. If you're interested in checking out below, once again, another crisis that will not get real mainstream news, but it's happening, and it's happening live right now in Venezuela. So let's move on to the next article. So here's an article from BBC News that gives a different spin of the whole situation that's unfolding. It says Venezuela pulls highest value banknote to strike against mafia. And so just to scroll down, kind of gives the same information that the prior article did, but yet here it touches on the mafia hoarding. And it says, in a surprise announcement, Mr. Maduro said on Sunday that the 100 Bolivar note worth about 2 cents on the black market will be taken off the circulation on Wednesday. What's behind the crisis in Venezuela? The president said that the aim was to tackle transnational gangs which hoard the Venezuelan notes abroad, a move he has in the past described as part of the economic war being waged against his government. So, according to this article here, it says that there's gangs hoarding 100 Bolivar notes that's worth 2 cents. Why would you hold something that's losing value? Not sure, but it's an interesting concept. He said the gangs held more than 300 billion bolivars worth of currency, most of it in 100 Bolivar notes. President Maduro said that there were entire warehouses full of 100 Bolivar notes in the Colombian cities of Cuta, Cartagena, Maceo, and Bucaramanga. Border closure. He said part of the plan was to block any of the 100 Bolivar notes from being taken back into the country so the gangs would be unable to exchange their hoarded bills, making them worthless. And so here it shows a little warehouse, which looks like, could be drugs, but I'm assuming. It says a governing PSUV party published photos of what it said were warehouses where bolivars were being hoarded. So I guess these are stacks and stacks of bolivars that, will, that's interesting. I've given the order to close all land, maritime, and air possibilities so the bills taken out can't be returned and they're stuck with their fraud abroad. Fraud abroad. Interesting, that rhymes. Venezuela's currency has fallen dramatically amid skyrocketing inflation. On the black market, the value dropped by 55% against the U.S. dollar in just the past month. The International Monetary Fund estimates that next year's prices will rise more than 2,000%. Interesting. So, yeah, more information below on the cash crunch if you're interested. Definitely a different take on this situation here. Here's another article here. It's released on Fortune from Reuters, which came out last week. But it's Venezuela's economy crisis is so bad that women are selling their hair. So here it shows a picture of a young lady cutting off some of her hair. And it says, "I'm here because I have nothing to eat," said one woman. Women from crisis-hit Venezuela are crossing the border in droves and selling their hair in a Colombian border town in order to afford scarce basic necessities such as food, diapers, or medicines. The trend, which has taken off in recent weeks, is another sign of the oil-rich country's deepening crisis amid shortages and spiraling inflation that have millions skipping meals and foregoing costly medical treatment. Dozens of middlemen known as draggers stand on the bridge linking San Antonio, Venezuela to Colombia's La Parada, calling it "We Buy Hair." Some 200 women a day are taking up their offer at one of the 7 makeshift stands dotting La Parada, according to estimates from 5 middlemen. The locks are then sold as extensions in the western Colombian city of Cali. So it's interesting. Things are really bad, selling hair for, basic necessities, it says. So more details in the article if you're interested. You can find it below. Here's the last article here from International Business Times. It's in reference to the whole currency crisis as well. Venezuela inflation crisis 2016. Larger banknotes issued amid currency skyrocketing inflation. And what kind of, set me off with this article here is just a picture here. It pretty much says the same thing as prior articles. But this picture here, kind of just really paints a picture of how bad things are. When you got a gentleman here standing here, exchanging money, because it looks like Venezuela has exchanged bolivars, the currency of Venezuela, into Colombian pesos in order to purchase Colombian goods. So here you have an exchange guy, looks like on the street or in a mall or something. He has an actual store behind him, but yet he got a guy outside, with stacks of paper here, and a guy right here with stacks under his neck and stacks in his hand. And the goal is to get rid of this stuff so you can actually purchase some things you need. So I see all this paper here floating around, but yet it doesn't really help the citizens at all. And so this is definitely something worth sharing and informing others if you find this to be informative, and also to stay up to date on what's going on globally. So as always, this is just a monetary update. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave me your thoughts below. I would love to find out your take on this whole currency crisis. It seems like not too long ago, was it 3 weeks ago, India decided to remove their 2 largest bills, and so here we have Venezuela moving their biggest bill for more. So then the question is, what countries are next? And so this is all playing into the collapse of the monetary system as a whole, with the idea that one day down the line, this could possibly be the United States and the Federal Reserve note. So love to hear your take. Leave me a comment. And if you're new to RTD, subscribe for more RTD interviews and updates. Have a good day.